Most excellent. I'm glad we got a chance to talk. I think we could do some work together. I did some research the last couple hours, and you guys are doing fantastic work.
Absolutely, I appreciate that. So, from my understanding, you guys are an agency for super yachting. Is that am I on there?
Well, we're more than an agency. Well, first of all, how long can we talk? What's your schedule?
Oh no, we it's scheduled for 45 minutes. We're fine.
Okay, cool. Um, just trying to close some. Can you see my screen? Or we're using Google. I usually use Zoom, so I'm not familiar with what we're using Google here.
hmm Yeah, there should be a down at the bottom. There's the mic, the camera, where you see that box with the arrow inside. That's where you can click present now, and then it'll take you to the tab you want to show me.
Okay, well, why don't you go ahead and start and tell me about what you guys do?
Uh, so Influencer Advantage is our company, and we've profitably spent over 200 million in influencer marketing over the last 4 or 5 years. Influencer Advantage is underneath the umbrella of BM Digital, which is our marketing staffing company, consisting of founders and operators that buy and scale e-com brands. Just recently, over the last 6 months, we've rolled out our influencer marketing funnel that we've built out through our own portfolio brands. Now we're doing it for others to really, blitz scale your whole company. And so, we're able to source influencers, get UGC created, all that kind of stuff. It's a one-stop shop for influencers. And so, I'm curious how you know what your ideal relationship looks like with influencers. Where does that play into your business model?
Great question. Well, let me give you some background. I've been in Maui for 35 years now. I have a company out there called Tropical Studios Maui.
Wow.
And grew up on the water, was a captain at 21, worked on a super yacht, and got my enough hours. So I've been yachting and super yachting my whole life. And I started a company in Maui specifically for marketing, not super yachts at that point. There's not many super yachts in Hawaii just because it's out in the middle Pacific. Most of them are in the Caribbean, in the Med. But I now am starting super yacht marketing group, specifically starting a new studio, specifically Super Yacht Studios, which is a studio that I created for super yacht projects. I've got a team working on a screenplay for a movie with Netflix. I've got another show. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Below Deck. It's a real
I
pop.
was I was literally just gonna ask you, have you ever worked with Below Deck? Because my girlfriend is obsessed with it. It's on Peacock, I believe.
Sure. Well, it
Uh,
streams on Peacock, correct?
yeah. She's obsessed with it. I actually like it. It's pretty funny. So you guys are doing something with them?
Well, you, I'm a producer, so I follow trends and I see it's the top show right now. So I'm doing super yacht lifestyles, okay? And my
Yeah,
my concept I'm pitching to all the streaming networks is below deck, but with influencers.
I like that.
So it's not the same old below deck gets kind of old. They're just cleaning the boat and it's the same routine over and over. So I got a whole project that I'm getting a treatment and we're doing a sizzle reel and I'm going to be pitching it in the next couple of weeks after the holidays.
Yeah,
Um, and that's I think with marketing right now, I think influencer marketing is the way to go.
yeah.
And
Right into that.
all of my projects I have in the hopper involve influencers. So I think the thing that I like to work with you on is Super Yacht Lifestyles. And Super Yacht Lifestyles is basically going to launch me as a producer in network television for super yachts. And then at that point, I can start using my studio to market some of these bigger, larger super yacht marketing companies around the world, like Burgess. I don't know if you saw on my website. They're
Yeah.
one of my partners right now, and there's like 10 or 12 large brokerage houses around the world that do these 300, $500 million deals every month. It's a huge
Right.
business, huge
Right. Yeah.
business.
Not to cut you off, but originally I saw that, and I was like, I wasn't sure if that was something that was going to be feasible for influencers in terms of like, gifting, an influencer a yacht to advertise on their Instagram. I
Right.
was like, that might be a little pricey. I don't know about that one, but
Right.
now that we're talking agency, production, all that stuff, I'm getting the picture.
Right.
Uh, so you want some influencers to, tell me if I'm wrong, like, get on the yacht and do some, production, some, some filming for your studio, maybe for your Netflix show, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, the first step is I need to create a sizzle reel. Every project I've ever done in the past, I've always gone, into the meeting with a reel, a sizzle reel, which is basically, you know what that is. It's the show, in 3 to 4 minutes. It's get the whole concept across. So I'm not just talking. I just say, hey, here's the show. I used to do it. I'd send a VHS tape. 30 years ago, I got a deal with Playboy TV. I did a $1 million movie with Playboy. I sent them out a reel. They got the meeting, and we became partners in a movie I did 30 years ago with Playboy. So it's just going way back. I've always used sizzle reels to get my project funded. So what I need first from you is I need a couple influencers to go out and create this sizzle reel. So I'll be willing to fly them out to St. Lucia, for example. We got a super yacht shoot in January, and basically pay for all their expenses. Basically give them 2 days of our production crew to shoot whatever they might want to shoot for their social media platforms. I'll sweeten the deal every way I can. Of course, any cash coming out for that sizzle reel is coming out of my pocket. So I want to create this sizzle reel, for you know
Yeah,
on the cheap.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah. So you're looking at around, 5 or 6 influencers.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we can definitely do that. So let me tell you just a little bit about, a typical process.
Okay.
Um, we work with e-com brands that are trying to scale ultimately, and the best way to do that is through influencers and affiliates. But most brands that I talk to have no experience with influencer marketing whatsoever. They have no idea how to get them, how to sign them, do all this stuff. And so, we build our funnel out, but essentially, we start our campaigns with gifting. So we assign 2 full-time campaign managers who are sourcing, influencers at scale, signing them, and then we gift them a product, typically with an e-com brand who's selling, physical products.
Correct.
That's the protocol. Um, and we sign them, we nurture those relationships. And after, a few months of gifting and doing stuff like that, we get into whitelisting and paid sponsorships. And that's where we really scale the brand, creating trust at scale, running direct ad campaigns through the influencers' social medias, just builds trust, just, really expands the reach ultimately. For something like this, we're definitely going to have to be more methodical with our outsourcing. Our campaign managers will work with you to create, a brief on what you're looking for, and all that stuff. And then, we go out and get the influencers. Um, I think, depending on who you're looking for, I think they'd be jumping at the opportunity to go do a week in St. Lucia and, get on a super yacht. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Right. Exactly.
Maybe I could come.
Absolutely. No, I would love to have you there because I'll be honest with you. I'm tailoring this project around what you think would be successful because this is a whole new arena for me. I've been doing television and working with cable networks and for 30 years, but this social media influencer, it's a whole new package. I'm trying to figure out how to crack the
Right.
nut. And I would love to, the reason why I kind of pitched you what I want to do is I want you to say, Mike, that sounds good, but if I were you, I would do this, this, and this to make this successful. Because I know, for example, one of the brands that I'm looking after to sponsor super yacht lifestyles is Corona. Okay, they got Snoop Dogg right now. They spend I don't know how many millions of dollars to sit him on a beach 3 or 4 times a year to have him do a 30-second, 15-second spot for Corona. Okay, I want to put Snoop Dogg and Corona on a super yacht. Okay, I want Corona to be sponsoring super yacht lifestyles. I want those. I'm going after Ray-Ban. Ray-Ban has these new glasses that have the cameras, so the influencers can run around with these Ray-Bans. Ray-Ban is owned by one of the top sunglass brands. That is the top sunglass brand in the world in Italy. I'm going after the top, you know, lifestyle fashion. I mean, the brands that I'm approaching are, I think, brands that you might be working with already, or you would like to have in your, what do you call it,
Portfolio.
in your portfolio. I
You
mean,
heard of? Have you heard of Raycon? Not to cut you
yes,
off.
I have.
We own 30% of that company.
Oh, great.
Yeah, and we spend 1.8 million a month on strictly influencer marketing with them. We only spend 700K on paid ads with them. A majority goes of our budget goes to influencer marketing.
Right.
And Snoop Dogg is actually one of we've like gifted him, done the whole thing with him.
Right.
He's on, like, if you go on the website, you click brand, celebrity, or like influencers, so to speak, that we work with. You'll see Snoop Dogg, you see a bunch of other big names.
Right.
Um,
Now, where would I see this?
I can actually pull it up. I mean, it's just on the Raycon website. I can also send you, our intro deck where you'll see.
Because that sounds like that's exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, I need to get feedback from you on influencers and companies that you think might be a good marriage with the project.
Yeah. Are you looking to get celebrities on this yacht?
Absolutely. I mean, if we could get, I mean, my idea when I wrote up the treatment is Snoop Dogg and Heidi Klum, because I work with Heidi Klum a lot, and I think she's great. I love her. I think she's great on camera. She can talk. She's a good host. So I was looking at like Heidi and Snoop Dogg hosting the whole show, and then every week we bring in a new bunch of influencers and all over the globe, depending on what the super yacht. Each week would be on a new super yacht with new influencers. Like Below Deck, they every episode it's a 3-day charter, so it's kind of like boom, boom, boom. We can move around the world and on these super yachts.
So you're trying to do, multiple charters, I guess, film them all and then put them all in one little 4-minute, sizzle reel.
Oh no, for the sizzle reel, I'll just be doing one shoot.
Okay. No, I guess for now I'm just thinking of like
The first step is to get 4 or 5 influencers for the sizzle reel.
You only want 4 or 5?
Well, I would like to have more, but it's just I don't know what it's gonna cost me. I got to fly everybody. I got to take all the expenses of getting people everywhere. So it's like I want to create this sizzle package that I got to go to Netflix with, so on my own dime. So I want to keep the expenses down. So then there you go. I love the project, Mike. Here's $1 million. Let's do a couple episodes and see how it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. So we can make something happen.
Right.
So like I said, typically when we work with some e-com brands that are trying to scale, we source 200 influencers at a time, and we gift them in exchange for them to post. And then over time, we find the ones that, sell the most products. We track sales, views, all that stuff.
Right.
People ranging from, anywhere from 10,000 followers all the way to millions of followers, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the big thing that we get for people that people don't realize is the UGC. So the posts that they create for the brand, for the products, the brand gets the rights to them to use them in ads, other kinds of content, whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
I'm picturing, we get, I don't know, 5, 10 influencers on this yacht to do this reel. Not only are you going to have the content, for, your production, all that stuff, they're going to have, they're going to post content, while they're on the yacht.
Well, that's the beauty. You just nailed it, Alex, because that's the beauty of this project is nobody, I mean, everybody wants to go, especially now with Below Deck. Everybody knows what the lifestyle is like on these super yachts. It's going to be real hard to find someone that's going to turn down a chance to spend a couple, 3 or 4 or 5 days or maybe a week on a super yacht in an exotic location with all expenses paid. And
Right.
then not only that, like you said, we will create the content, the digital, I call them digital assets, and it's theirs. I mean, they can, or we can create reels for them because we have editors. Who can create reels, or if they do it themselves with their, how it works these days. Some of these creators like to create their own reels, and some of them don't. But we could say, we're going to create 30 reels. We just really sweeten the package to get see. My goal here is to get some real top-notch influencers for the sizzle reel. Because if I have, this is the one. When I walk into Netflix, I only get one shot, and they got to go, oh yeah, I've seen that guy. Or, oh sure, Snoop, I know Heidi Klum. Blah, blah. It's a done deal. They're going to say, where do I sign? And if they don't say, oh, well, I'm going over to Prime or I'm going to Amazon, there's just so many different networks and streaming services I can pitch this to. Even Bravo. I mean, Bravo does Below Deck. They would love to do another super yacht show, I'm sure, because they know it works. So my friend says, hey, go to Bravo because they already have a huge success with Below Deck. Maybe they'd be into doing something like this. So there's lots of different avenues for the show.
Yeah, and I think this will be cost effective because ultimately, we can gift 5 to 10 influencers the trip. We fly you fly them out, all that stuff. They get to post the content, do all that stuff, but it's a super yacht on a week in St. Lucia. Like we don't have to pay them to come out. They're gonna come out. And so yeah, we could definitely put a campaign manager on this and really go after some big fish. Try to get the 500K plus people. And that's also something, like the conversation we're having right now. If we moved forward, we get you on board and you would have a whole creative brief with our team.
Correct.
That way you can outline what it is you're looking for, who you're looking to go after, what's the context, what's the vibe of this reel you're trying to put together. And eventually, this could be, a longer term partnership where we're, sourcing influencers with you, on a consistent basis.
And what about brands? Like, do you have any particular brands that you're working with already that might? Because I was going to approach these brands independently myself, but if you're already working with some brands, like some of the ones I mentioned, are you working with any of those?
I'm not. I don't remember the ones you mentioned.
Corona, Ray-Ban, Fashion Nova. You work with Fashion Nova, right?
Fashion Nova. Yes, we do.
Fashion Nova would be fantastic. In fact, one of the girls I've been targeting, she's just perfect. I mean, she works with an agency in LA called Moxie Management, and she's
Yeah.
got 1 million followers on TikTok and 500,000 followers on Instagram. But the beauty behind her is she spent a year on a yacht in Bahamas with her boyfriend, and they created their own YouTube show. So she's really good in the water. She dives down. So a lot of this stuff I need to get is I need to have people that can actually work on these jet skis, and they look good. And she's a model. She's a supermodel. So that's she works with Fashion Nova. If you go to her page, it says she tags Fashion Nova right on her profile. So I don't know what kind of relationship she has with Fashion Nova, but if you could get her, I would sign right now because that's the girl I've been looking for. The at least one girl that is going to be my main bikini model, diver, influencer, and for example, she's one I got.
Yeah. Tell me your name again. I'm gonna write this down.
Nelly.
Nelly.
Is there a chat box in this? I can send you a. Where's?
Yeah. It's over on the bottom right.
Yeah. Let me. How much time do we have here?
We're good, man. Don't worry.
Okay. I'm gonna go to Instagram. There you go.
Awesome.
Go ahead and check her out real quick, and I'll show you the caliber. See, when I'm talking about influencer, you got to. There's one other thing I need to bring into the play here is At the same time I'm shooting the sizzle reel, I'm also getting 100 grand hopefully from Burgess to shoot a marketing video to sell the charter. So that cash I can use to sweeten the whole project because I'm going to be doing two productions at once. I'm creating my sizzle reel for Netflix, and I'm also creating a marketing video for Burgess on the same shoot. So the marketing video takes like 3 days to shoot, and then I plan on spending 3 or 4 days on my sizzle reel. So the talent, the influencers I want to bring in, I'm hoping I could also use as talent for the marketing video. See what I'm trying to do?
Oh, use them for both.
Use them for both.
Okay.
Exactly.
Amazing. Yeah, she's beautiful. Wow.
But you see how she is in the water. Let me show you.
Yeah.
Well, just look at her in the water. You see that second pin? I mean,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see it. It's not letting me click because I have to log in. I don't have my Instagram logged in on Chrome, but yeah.
she's a mermaid. I mean, she spent a year on a yacht with her boyfriend, and she knows how to work the camera, and she's a bikini model, and she's perfect. So if I could have 3 or 4 of her and a couple guys, we would have a great talent for the super yacht marketing video and the sizzle reel. So that's kind of my objective for the first
Yeah.
stage.
So how many do you want? You said 5 to 10. Half
I mean,
male, half
realistically, I mean,
female.
we got to pay for flying them out. The big expense is the flights.
Exactly.
So realistically, let's say 6.
Okay. Let's say 6.
And like you said, we put out like 300 or 500 invites, and we'll see who we want to. I'm big in talent. I mean, I worked with Playboy for years, and they had their own internal agencies. So I'm used to working with Heidi Klum, Pamela Anderson, Jenny McCarthy. I mean, really, these girls I worked with 20 years ago are now it. I mean, Pamela Anderson was my first one I worked with. She's now my age, but how old are you?
I'm about to turn 25 next
Okay,
month.
so do you even know who Pamela Anderson is?
Yeah, I know Pam
She
Anderson.
was
Come
she
on.
was on Baywatch. Okay, so I work with her a lot, and she was my big and that's what got me into Playboy because I worked with her with MTV. So I'm used to working with really high end talent. Now they weren't influencers back then; they were just talent. Now I'm looking for talent influencers because I want to show the brands that hey, look, Nelly, she's already working, and Nelly's a perfect example because she's already working with Fashion Nova, and you guys work with Fashion Nova, so that is an ideal candidate here. Someone that's already working for them, they already have them on their profile, and it's a win-win all the way around.
100%. Yeah, I love that. And I know, yeah, absolutely, we could get something worked out. I just shot a message to our founder. I was gonna try and see if I could get him on here, but he's down in the I forget what it's called, but he did some the Tony Robbins.
Yeah,
You know,
sure.
yeah, he's down at his 7-day seminar.
Oh,
And
fantastic.
yeah, we had our
That's not
morning meeting.
cheap.
No, it's not. We had our morning meeting this morning, and he was like, "Yeah, man, powerful stuff. Like I haven't cried so much, and blah blah blah." It was funny. Like I guess really transformative stuff. I watched his Netflix special where he did it. It's like it's like 12
What's his
days.
name? What's his name?
The founder,
Yeah.
Mattis Jakutis. He is the co-founder.
Can you
It's
can you
him.
can you put that in the chat?
Yeah, I will. I will send you this, but let me pull it up real quick for you. I'll just pull up our intro.
Because I'd love to
actually.
find out more about him because the next call I would love to have him say, Mike, I like your idea, but if I were you, I would do this, this, and this because we have a relationship with this guy or this influencer or this brand, and because I want to work with you guys to develop. Luckily, I'm at the first stage, so we can really fine tune this. So when I go to Netflix, we're in. Because I think you agree. If we could do a show with Netflix where you guys, with 3 of us, it's Netflix, you, and me. You know what I mean? It's a partnership. Like you said, you're partners with Raycon.
Yes.
Why do
We,
you,
well, we own 30% of that. Company.
okay? So I would love for you guys to own Superyacht Studios.
Absolutely.
That would be my. I mean, I think you guys would see an advantage of working with Superyacht Studios, right? I
100%
mean, there's
agree.
a lot. I mean, I've talked. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I talked to Grin. I've talked to like 5 different marketing influencer companies in the last couple of days. I'm just getting a feel for the whole world, the landscape. But you guys are it for a
Love
lot
that.
of
Yes,
different
we are.
reasons, and you know why. If you were
Yeah,
me, Grin doesn't have a lot of. They do one thing, but you guys do a lot. I mean, you invest when you see a good thing. You invested in Raycon because you knew they were going to be a good partner, right?
100%.
They brought something to the table that would sweeten your
Yeah,
package.
right. And
So I
that's the
think I can
thing
do
here.
that too.
Yeah, so that's the thing here. We rolled out this influencer program because we're trying to build relationships. Back when they were approaching brands cold and being like, hey, we want to buy a percentage of this company, and we can, originally they were buying brands and putting full scale marketing teams into the business. But now we're in the space of rolling out this influencer marketing funnel because we've done it successfully so many times with our own brands. Now we're just doing that with other brands and scaling them, and with the idea of partnering up, owning percentages of the company. Like end game is buying companies, big partnerships, all that kind of stuff. So we're on the same page here, absolutely. So you can see this, right?
Yes.
Yep. So e-commerce founders blitz scale growth.
I wish we would have
Um,
recorded this.
it'll be transcribed. You see that note taker?
Oh, great. Fantastic.
Unfortunately, it doesn't do the screen, the cameras,
Oh,
but
oh, that's
I will
fine. That's
send,
fine. I would love to. This is great because we're going over a lot of good material here.
yeah, and you'll have this slide deck. I'll send it to you. But yeah, so this is Mattis and Roman. Some brands: Raycon, Nutrition Kitchen, Alpha Paw, Linher. Um, you know, uh, Fashion Nova is not on here, but we own a large portion of that company as well. Um, and yeah, this is just our track record. Are you familiar with Vaha?
I've heard of Baja, but tell me a little bit about Baja.
It's the interactive mirror, like the workout mirror.
Oh, great.
We spend 1.4 million on them through whitelisting with influencers every single month. It's crazy. We actually just sold that company 3 days ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's awesome. We're doing some massive things here.
So
You know
you're
what I
all
mean?
it's all privately where's the company based?
Company is based in San Francisco.
Oh, fantastic.
I'm currently East Coast. I'm Boston. Another guy on my team is in San Diego. We're spread out, and then we have some of our campaign managers and stuff like that are based out of Lithuania, Amsterdam, London. We're global, and so
And where does the founder live or work out of? San Francisco?
yes, sir.
Great.
Yeah, and he's actually down in Miami right now.
How old is he?
He just turned 30.
No
Just turned 30
kidding.
3 years ago, right?
That's fantastic.
Can you imagine that?
Unbelievable. Great. Fantastic.
Yeah. So this is just a little case study about
Where did
Raycon.
where did he grow up?
He's California raised. I believe he's Lithuanian. I believe he was born there. I'm not certain on
Right,
that,
right.
but I have to assume. Um, yeah. Now he's in San Fran. Scaling these companies. So Raycon 300K a year to over 100 million, literally all through influencers.
What now
Like
tell me real quick, what does Raycon do?
Raycon, you know Ray J,
Yes.
the rapper. It's his earbud company.
Oh, great.
Yeah, we scaled that through influencers, basically.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
it started with gifting, and then once
See,
we were
Ray,
at
that's a perfect example. They would love to get involved with branding on super yachts. I mean, all these companies that you're working with right now, I'm sure, would love to be involved with branding themselves with the super yacht lifestyle. Who wouldn't want to? That's why I'm getting involved with the whole super yacht studios, is because I know such a winner when it because these super yachts cost $500,000 a week
Yep,
just to charter them.
yep,
So brands can't afford to put that in a budget to do a shoot on a super yacht because it's too expensive, and the logistics of getting the camera crew out of the super yacht and it's just that's something that I do because I've been doing it for 30 years. So that's what
right.
I bring to the table is the super yachts.
Absolutely, I love it, man. Um, Yeah, I'm trying to, ping Mattis here. He might be in one of those conferences right now. But we're gonna definitely look to structure this deal. Because typically, so with our strategy, like with um, products, you know what I mean. Like I said, we're sourcing 200 influencers a month to post, and we're doing that for 3 months. That's just like a typical, like what we do with Raycon, what we do with other, Fashion Nova, all that stuff is gifting. And for 3 months, we do that, and our upfront fee to pay for all of it, one flat fee is 15K. With this is very interesting to me because we're only looking to get 5 influencers. You are, flying them out, all that stuff. We get the content from you, we get the content from them, all that stuff. You own all the rights to all of it. That's a very interesting deal to structure. And then you factor in the other brands that we work with that we can create partnerships with Superyacht as well. So full transparency, I don't know if I can structure this deal properly at this moment in time. Those are typically, what we're charging for those services. And so, yeah. But we can source and get you those influencers, no problem. You know what I mean? Those high profile, like the girl you just showed me, we can get
Right.
those people. We can get those people like that.
Great. Now, what about if I did what I did today? If I did some research and sent you 10 or 20, like I just links, and then have now. Do you reach out yourself personally, or is that another part of the team that reaches out to the influencers?
It's another part of the team, so it's the campaign managers.
Campaign managers. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm really good at finding what I think would work with. Because, be honest with you, I'm going after Corona. Okay, if we can get Corona, I think you guys would love to get Corona in your platform on
Oh
your
yeah.
platform.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
And
100%.
and Snoop Dogg sounds like with what you've done with the earbuds. I mean, I'm sure Snoop Dogg's gonna say, "Well, these guys did this with what's his name? The guy that did this earbuds,
Ray J.
Ray J." So I'm sure they have a, you know, well, if Ray J's doing it, then I should. If Ray J's working with these guys, I should be working with these guys. So I
Yeah.
love. And you said you've worked with Snoop Dogg before, right? On a
Yeah.
campaign.
He endorses our earbuds.
Oh, he does. Okay, well there you go. I mean, so, and then maybe Heidi Klum. I don't know if you could reach out to Heidi. Now Heidi has a 18-year-old daughter now.
Really?
Yeah.
I will say I know Pamela Anderson, but
No,
Heidi
she's too old. I mean, she's not
Yeah.
like looking like. I mean,
I'll give you that.
Heidi
I'll
still
give you
looks good. Heidi's not as old as Pam, and Heidi's still held up. I've worked with a lot of supermodels, and when I'm around her, I just melt. I would love to get Heidi and Snoop on this. If we could get Heidi and Snoop, we've got a multi-million-dollar project here. I mean, it's a done deal.
100%. Absolutely. What is? Let
And
me
Jenny
ask you,
McCarthy. I work with Jenny a lot too. I did the Maui Playmate Challenge. It
Yeah.
was a $1 million show I did with Playboy TV, and I had 10 playmates. Get this, 10 playmates. I flew to Maui for a week, and we did the Maui Playmate Challenge.
Oh, bro. That's unbelievable.
And Jenny McCarthy was the host.
That's amazing.
Best project I've done in the last 30 years was that project right there.
Yeah. You're getting wow. I'm fired up, man.
Mm-hmm.
What? Let me ask you this. What is the rest of your day looking like?
I can move things around, so I'm ready to. Let's just keep the ball rolling here, because I have 4 other meetings with 4 other companies like yours, but they're not you. Alex,
Yeah.
you're it. So I love to just cancel those other meetings,
Cancel them.
and let's just keep on talking and keep the ball rolling.
Yes.
You can get some ideas together, so when our next call you can say, Mike, I think I got this idea. I got this idea. Because we got a winner here.
Yeah, we do. Absolutely, we do.
We got a winner here.
Yeah, so that call could be today. I just want to, he's in and out of meetings. I'm trying to ping him. He's not freaking answering me.
To be honest with you, what I would like to do is spend another call with you, and then have me work up something over the weekend that I did send to you maybe Sunday night or Monday morning, and then we could refine it and then shoot it over to him. so we could really refine this because he's busy. I'm sure he's got a lot of things on. So and we're not kind of scattered. We say this is what we think we want to do. Our first stage here. Mike needs a sizzle reel to go to Netflix. Okay, I
Okay.
want you guys to work with me to get that created for nothing, if possible. But I don't think that's possible. But if we could do it for $0, I mean, I'll pay for all the expenses. But if I don't, like you just mentioned, 15 grand to get, you know, I don't have 15 grand to throw out. I could reach out to Nellie and her agent in L.A. and probably get them to just do this for free if I pick up Nellie's expenses. I could do this without you, but I'd be stupid.
100%.
I'd be stupid at this point to hear what you bring to the table. I would love you guys to be investors. And if you see what I can do, within 12 months, you buy into Superyacht Studios. We do a movie with Netflix. We do a show with Netflix or Bravo. I've got like Super Yacht Heat for Playboy. I've got all these I got like 6 Super Yacht projects for next year. I would love for you guys to be my partner.
Absolutely. And I have notes on all this, so I will review that. I guess what is the main message you want me to convey? So we're gonna so
I don't think we should convey any message to him yet. I think we need to have another call, and then I need to if you could transcribe what we went over today, and then give me the weekend to work something up, and then we could shoot over an email to him with our treatment.
okay.
Don't you think that would be a better rather than get him on the phone at this point?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
Um
I get one chance at this, just like I get one chance with Netflix. I want to make the right impression here.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. And on the topic of like the whole, how we do our, typical strategy with, the 15K to source 200 influencers a month. I was just being transparent with you.
No,
That's
no,
usually
that's reasonable. I mean,
yeah,
granted, the other companies it's $1,000 a month, and it's 12 months, so it's 12 grand over. I mean, everybody's got their own little, but they don't do
yeah,
what you guys do. So
yeah. We put people in position. Absolutely. Um so yeah, so you know, take some time. I can send you this audio, so you'll have the once it transcribes, I'll send that over to you. Um, you know, work on your treatment. I don't know what you if you need anything from me. You know, I
maybe
spoke with
what I
Max
need,
earlier.
what I need from you probably would be an example of like Raycon.
Yeah,
Any other brands that you bring to the table, and maybe some influencers that you have that you can shoot me some of these names, so when I write up the treatment, I know that these are influencers and brands you already have in your umbrella.
yes.
Because I
Okay.
think on the sizzle reel on this first shoot, that's what we want to pull from.
Yeah.
Maybe bring in Nelly and a couple of the influencers, and Corona. We don't have to have them on board. We just shoot a bunch of Corona
Yeah, yeah,
while
yeah.
on our shoot. We have all the influencers down and make our own little Snoop Dogg commercials just to give Corona an idea why they need to hook up with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the same with the
Absolutely.
Ray Bans and the sunglasses. We just shoot. We just have. We just. I'll buy that product for the shoot, so we can just have these brands that we want to go after the shoot. Because when I create the sizzle reel, I'm going to have the influencers, the brands, all that, so they can see how they can be involved with the project.
Yes, absolutely. So I'll have some sort of, custom list sourced. Um, what audience size wise, what are we looking at? Plus 500K. I saw Nelly. I mean, Nelly has, what is this,
Nelly doesn't
270?
have many, but she's doesn't really. She's
But
got the
that's the,
perfect.
but that's
She's a
the one.
Fashion Nova girl. Fashion
Yes,
Nova is you guys. Fashion Nova. I want Fashion Nova as the clothing. I want Ray Ban. That Ray Ban company for the sunglasses. I got Maui Jims as another sunglass backup. Maui Jim and I have a relationship from Maui. They're a huge, probably one of the best sunglass company in the world. They're better glasses than Ray Ban.
yes,
Um, and then Corona for the beverage. I need a jewelry like or watches. I'm going after like Tag or Rolex for watches. These are the kind of brands that are easy. I can throw them in a suitcase. We could shoot the product with the influencers for the sizzle reel. I'm looking at little things that I could put in the suitcase and not have a problem with customs and everything, and just make it clean and simple. 10 different products with 5 different influencers. We come back out a week with some great footage to work with.
100%. Absolutely. All right. So I know what my mission is. You got yours. Go ahead and cancel those other calls. And yeah, we will touch base by the end of the day, and then maybe set up the call for Sunday, Monday, even. What do you think?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. Well, we shoot for Monday. I don't. Does he work on Sunday? It probably does. He works all the time, doesn't he?
He's a founder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Sunday might not be bad because that's usually his day off. Maybe he have some more time with us. What don't you think Sunday would be better because he'd have more time to spend with us?
Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. I'm not sure when he planned on flying back from Miami back to San Fran. I have to get in touch with him, see what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, let's touch base with them. Let him get settled. I would like to maybe set something up, maybe after dinner one time, where he's just not working, he's not in the office, and we can do like you and I are doing right now, where there's not a time crunch where I got to get into a meeting, because once we get the ball rolling here, I want to let the juices flow and just say this is what we need to get this sizzle reel done. I have a shoot right now on January 15th, which is in St. Lucia, which I'm shooting for, which is right around the corner.
This is the sizzle reel, right?
Yeah, so January 15th is a month away. So
yeah, we're gonna get the ball rolling here.
Yeah, sure. So we got to we with the holidays, and if we don't make that shoot, we'll do it at the end of January. But we'll work out the schedule. But I have a super yacht in St. Lucia. I don't know if you know St. Lucia, but it's beautiful. I mean, I was gonna spend 3 or 4 or 5 days on the super yacht, and then another couple days on the island, on the beaches and the waterfalls, with all the products and influencers, getting all the material for the scissor reel. So,
yeah, I
haven't, and a ticket for you for sure.
Yeah, I haven't been down there yet, but I'll see you on.
You can you can put the sunscreen on the girls.
Yeah, absolutely. Amazing. All right, so I know what I need to do. We're on that. We'll shoot for Sunday or something like that. I will. I'll keep you posted. I have a phone number for you. I don't know. I could shoot you a text if you're cool with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's start doing. Do you do WhatsApp or you do text on your on messages on your phone?
I can do iPhone. I can do whatever you want.
Let's just do iPhone texting back and forth, and that way we can shoot images and text and back. You do that rather than Gmail.
Yeah. Give me 1 sec here. Let me pull your contact up that I have for you. Make sure I have the right number.
Yeah, I'll type it in.
So I got 727-643-3044.
That's it.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay, I'll shoot you a text after this. We'll go from there.
Fantastic. So I guess the next stage is you need to reach out to him and see, hey, let's just say we like to have a 2-hour meeting. We just spent an hour, right? Yeah.
Almost, yeah.
So I would like to see if we could get him for 2 hours. That's a lot of his time, but it's going to take that much time to really walk through the whole project. I want to go over the first stage and then spend another hour talking about what we want to do once we create the scissor reel.
Yes.
Because once I get an okay from Netflix, you know how much they spend on Below Deck each year?
Tell me.
Just guess.
Couple, I don't know, 5 million?
$100 million.
100.
Now, why does Bravo spend $100 million on the production of Below Deck? Why do you think they do that?
Tell me.
Because Bravo brings in over that 25 to 30% in ad revenue for commercials, because Bravo it's not a streaming service. They work with Peacock, but Bravo has those commercials every 7 minutes.
Yes, they do.
And those commercials, everybody on Bravo wants to be in the commercial slot on Bravo. I've been watching Bravo. They run Below Deck maybe 12 to 15 hours a day.
Yeah.
Over and over and over. Why? because it's the most successful reality show. And why? Because it's super yachts. People are into the super yacht lifestyle. That's why I'm calling this whole program Super Yacht Lifestyle. I
Is that what
own
we gonna call this show?
I own 150 super yacht domain names.
Amazing.
I
So
am
is that what we
locking in the
gonna call this
super
show?
for the next 20 years. I am doing super yacht projects. And each project has a domain name and a website and a whole. It's I'm super yachts is my thing. So you're getting in bed with the super yacht guy.
Let's go. Amazing. All right. Yeah. Anything else that we haven't covered? So I know what I got. I have a lot to debrief, and
Well, just
I'm gonna structure everything. I
type
could literally text you.
type in. Well, you don't have to do it. Now, give me another name besides Raycon that I can do some research today on. What's another company that you're thinking of?
Well, Fashion Nova. Linher is primarily women's jewelry.
Okay, cool. Can you put that in the text right here? And I'll.
Yep. So
Women's jewelry, absolutely.
oh, there's that one. And then let me source a list for you because
Okay.
there's some more. There's some more I'm missing off the top of my head. Let me take a
Right.
look at the.
You don't have a watch company yet, do you?
We might work with one right now as far as like influencers, but I don't know in our portfolio if we've acquired one. To
Right.
be honest, but
So what I would like to do is maybe tomorrow go over a list of companies like Rolex and Tag that we want to approach for this shoot. All we need them to do is give us some product for the shoot, just to show, so I can show them production value of what I could get them for digital assets they can use for anything they might want to do in marketing purposes. It's a free shoot for them in St. Lucia. All they need to do is send us some watches. All Lingier needs to do is send us some jewelry. I'm going to do the same thing with Ray-Ban, same thing with just the more products we have to shoot. Once we shoot these products, every one of them will in turn become part of your program. You're going to have them locked because you got the in with the super yacht lifestyle guy.
Absolutely.
All these brands. What brand is not going to want to be associated with super yachts?
I can't name one. That's amazing. I'm psyched up to really work on this, get the ball rolling here.
Fantastic.
So yeah, I'll do what I can on my end. I'll shoot you a text. I have your number. I'll keep you updated. We'll you'll hear from me again today, and then we'll move forward. We get the juices flowing, all that. I'm excited.
Me too. Best call I've had all week. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Go ahead, cancel those. Cancel those.
I'm canceling them right now.
Absolutely.
All right, Alex. I'm looking forward to working with you. We're gonna have a lot of fun and make some money.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
And have you been to Maui yet?
I haven't.
Well, we're gonna be spending lots of time in Maui.
Absolutely. Let's do it, my friend.
Because that's another perfect place for branding these brands that you're working with. I shoot most everything, if not in the Caribbean, and it's in Hawaii. So
that's amazing.
Right now, I'm bouncing between Florida and because all the super yachts are in the Caribbean this time of year, and they spend the summers in the Med. And the super yachts go from the Med to the Caribbean, back and forth.
Yeah. Wow, that's incredible. I'm excited, man.
All right, Alex. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk soon, all right?
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. I'm going. Bye.